Hello students, I'm here with another video from the chapter of class 7th Science NCERT book. The name of the chapter is chapter 11th, that is Transportation in Animals and Plants. Now children, before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that in this chapter what all topics are to be discussed, as this is a new chapter which we are starting. Actually we have already completed once, but this is again we are doing the same topic, so that something which would have been left out in the last previous videos, that could be easily being covered in this video. Okay, so we'll be discussing about the question, the chapter's explanation. Before that, I'll tell you that what kind of what topics are included in this chapter. So children will be studying about the circulatory system, that is it consists of blood, it consists of blood vessels, it consists of heart, it consists of the heartbeat, and then we'll be discussing about the topic of excretion in the animals, excretory system in the humans, then how the plants are transporting the substances, how the plants, that is water and minerals, are getting transported using activities. ठीक है, so इतना questions, इतने सारे points हैं जिसको हमें discuss करना है. Okay, so we'll be starting the chapter. As introduction of this chapter says, what is the heading of this chapter is only telling us transportation in animals and plants. Okay, so what do you understand by the word transportation, children? Transportation means to transport something, to move something from one place to another place. Okay, so how to make use of the word transportation in the field in this your science class. Okay, how can you make use of the word transportation in this science class? Okay, so what is it? It is a word, or you could say that it is a topic, or it is just a concept where the transportation means it is the way by which something is being taken up from one place and it is getting transported to the other place. So children, transportation means it is the way by which the things are being taken up. They are, transport means to take things from one place to another. ठीक है, एक जगह से दूसरे जगह में अगर कोई भी चीज़ों को हम लेके जाते हैं तो उसे हम बोलते हैं ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. ओके, सो यू हैव लर्नड अर्लियर इन ऑल द ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे नीड फूड. येस, वी ऑल नीड फूड, वेदर इट इज the insect, whether it is animal, whether it is the bigger animal or it is a smaller animal. Everybody, every human being, every life form, it requires food to eat, and because of the food the organism will gain energy. And what happens to that food material after gaining the energy and before gaining the energy, we have already studied in the previous chapter. Okay, now this energy which is present, which is being made in the this is being made at one place. What happens to that energy? Where does that energy go, and how we are utilizing that energy? So energy needs to be, when we have to walk, the energy is coming in our legs. When I am writing here, so the energy is coming in my hands. I am talking, the energy is coming in my mouth. Okay, so what happens, children? The transported energy, the energy gets transported. The energy moves from one place to another place. Energy is being made somewhere else. It is being transported to somewhere else for the work to be done. Okay. तो जितनी ज़्यादा एनर्जी यूज़ करते हैं, जितनी ज़्यादा हम एनर्जी बनाते हैं, उतना हमें ट्रांसपोर्ट भी करना होता है. ओके, सो वी कैन ट्रांसपोर्ट द एनर्जी फ्रॉम one place to another place. We take up the things from one place to another place. Okay, अभी यहाँ पर बस मैंने इतना ही लिखा है. उसके बाद अभी हम देखते हैं इसमें उस चैप्टर में, इस पैराग्राफ में क्या दिया हुआ जो आपके एनसीईआरटी बुक में present है. You have learned earlier that all the organisms need food, water and oxygen for their survival. They need to transport the various parts into their body. Further, animals they need to transport the waste to the parts where they can be removed. Have you wondered that how all this is being achieved? Look at the blood vessels. Their functions to transport the substance from one place to another place, and together they are falling under the category another a system. It makes a system, and this system is known as circulatory system. So children, for transportation of the things we require, the transporting mediums are required, and transporting vehicles are required, and all those things would be studying under the concept of system, that is circulatory system. Okay, ऐसे भी आप सोच लीजिए मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट अगर हम बात करें तो उसको हम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम के अंडर में ही पढ़ते हैं, जैसे एयरवेज हो गया, रेलवेज हो गया, ठीक है। तो ये सारे सिस्टम्स हैं ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह में सामान लेके जाने में। अगर हमें बहुत फास्टर मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन चाहिए तो हम क्या करते हैं, टेक अप एरोप्लेन्स, इजंट इट? एंड इफ वी हैव टू गो स्लो देन वी कैन टेक एनी अदर व्हीकल विच इज मूविंग स्लोली। इफ वी डोंट रिक्वायर टू रीच द डेस्टिनेशन एट वेरी फास्ट रेट, देन क्या होता है उसके बाद जब हमको कोई ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करना होता है तो वी जस्ट सर्च फॉर द डिफरेंट मोड्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, ठीक है। यहाँ पे कौन सा सिस्टम है, यहाँ पे भी जो बॉडी की हम बात करें, चाहे वो एनिमल की हो चाहे वो प्लांट की हो, इट रिक्वायर्स अ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम, एंड दिस इज नोन एज सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। This is known as circulatory system. So there are two modes of transportation, that is circulatory system, एक, और दूसरा कौन सा, excretory system। Excretory system. So these two systems are there, which is going to help in the transporting the materials. अब यहाँ जो circulatory system है, इस सिस्टम में जैसे आपने डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम पढ़ा, रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम पढ़ा, नाउ दिस इज द टर्न टू स्टडी अबाउट द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम एज वेल एज द एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम. So I'll just give you a brief introduction regarding this circulatory system and the excretory system. So circulatory system means it is a system which consists of heart, the blood vessels, the blood, and it transports the good material, I must say. Okay, the good materials are being transported. For good materials, for good substances. Good substances में nutrient आ जाता है, energy आ जाती है, oxygen आ जाता है, ठीक है. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज ऑल्सो थ्रोन आउट फ्रॉम द बॉडी. अब एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम में क्या आएगा? एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम में दे आर गोइंग टू, ये यूजफुल मटेरियल्स, आई मस्ट से यूजफुल मटेरियल्स आर गेटिंग ट्रांसपोर्टेड फ्रॉम दिस सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम. एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम में बैड मटेरियल्स जो होते हैं, बैड मटेरियल्स जो होते हैं, और जो इधर हो गया ये हार्मफुल मटेरियल्स को बॉडी में से बाहर करने की कोशिश करते हैं, ठीक है. तो ये हो जाता है एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम का और सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम का इंट्रोडक्शन. And you can study about the more things in this chapter. We'll be discussing all these systems, that is the circulatory system and the excretory system in details. Okay, the first part of this chapter will be for the circulatory system. So we'll begin with this circulatory system. Okay. Circulatory system. Circulatory system. सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम का मतलब क्या होगा? कुछ भी चीज सर्कुलेट कर रही है, क्या होता है? Circulatory system is a system which is meant for the circulation of the useful materials which is being produced at one part of the place, and then it is going to be made in some other parts. Okay, in some other parts. अब क्या होगा कि जो भी मटेरियल एक जगह बनाया जाएगा, इस सिस्टम के कुछ ऑर्गन्स होंगे. व्हाट आर द पार्ट्स और द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ दिस circulatory system? We cannot say we have to see the parts of circulatory system. जैसे कि digestive system में भी जब हमने देखा था तो डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में भी एनिमल्स के डाइजेशन के लिए बहुत सारे पार्ट्स हैं, ठीक है. जैसे माउथ है हमारा, ईसोफेगस है, देन लिवर, पैनक्रियाज और many organs are involved in this system. Similarly, in circulatory system we have how many components of circulatory system, or we can say that what are the parts of circulatory system. The parts of circulatory system is blood, heart, okay, blood vessels and also the blood vessels and heart. तो ये तीन मेन इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स हैं. इसके साथ में एक और मटेरियल होता है, उसको हम बोलते हैं लिम्फ. इसको अभी हमें नहीं पढ़ना उतना अच्छे से, बट एक इंट्रोडक्शन में ज़रूर दूंगी कि यहाँ पर ब्लड वेसल्स, हार्ट का क्या फंक्शन है और कौन कौन से तरीक़ों से आपको ये सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पर पढ़नी है. और फिर उसके बाद हमें डिस्कस करना है कि ह्यूमन एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम क्या होता है. ओके चिल्ड्रन, सो विल बी मूविंग ऑन टू द फर्स्ट टॉपिक दैट इज अबाउट द blood. Okay, we'll study about the first topic of the circulatory system. Okay, so children, we move on to the next topic, that is circulatory system consists of blood. So we'll discuss about how the blood is going to work with the with this circulatory system. Okay, so this happens because when you get cut on your body, blood flows out. But what is blood? Blood is a fluid which is flowing in the blood vessels. Okay, so it is a fluid which flows in the blood vessel, and also it transports the substances like digested food from small intestine to the other parts of the body. It carries oxygen from the lungs to the whole part of the body. It also transports waste material for removal from the body. Okay, now so how can you define blood? It is a fluid which transports useful materials from one part of the body to other part. Okay, it flows in blood vessels. Okay, we'll discuss this afterwards. So till here, this is one of the most important point of the blood, that it is a red colored fluid which is flowing in the blood vessels, which carries important nutrients, it carries the oxygen, it carries digested food. Now what are these useful materials? These useful materials may consist of the oxygen. This is one of the most important material which has to be passed. That is, next is digested food. The third part is, it is like waste material could also be there. Okay, waste material could also be there. Oxygen, digested food material, waste material, और भी बहुत सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं जो कि इनमें प्रेजेंट हैं, जो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ट्रांसपोर्ट किए जाते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ ब्लड. ओके, सो इट इज अ मीडियम ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट इन द एनिमल्स. Okay, it transports even the waste material is also transports. It is transporting the waste material also. So useful materials में oxygen आ जाएगा, digested food आ जाएगा, nutrients आ जाएगा, different other materials, small molecules could also be there, and waste material is also present, and that would also be transported from one part of the body to the other part of the body. How does the blood carry various substances? Blood is a component or the fluid which contains plasma and different types of cells which are suspended in it. Okay, so we'll study about the components of blood now. What are the components, how these oxygen, how is this, so that the nutrient, the waste materials, the digested food, all these things are getting transported. Okay, so what are the different parts of the blood which helps in such transportation? So blood के components में पढ़ने हैं, तो components of and its components. Okay, so it contains cells, it contains solid part and also the liquid part. It contains solid part and also the liquid part. Liquid part is known as, liquid part of the blood is known as plasma. Okay, it is known as plasma. It provides fluidity to the cells. Actually, these blood is also a type of a cell. Okay, it is spherical in shape, it is a type of a cell, but which is fluid in its nature. It is a fluid connective tissue. So आप लोगों ने पढ़ा नहीं है अभी, इसलिए मैं ये वर्ड नहीं बोल सकती हूँ कि मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ यहाँ पर, बिकॉज दिस इज समवॉट द थिंग्स विच हैज टू बी स्टडीड इन द हायर क्लासेस, बट स्टिल यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट ब्लड इज अ टाइप ऑफ अ टिश्यू. It is also known as fluid connective tissue. Now this fluid connective tissue also is responsible for the movement of the different types of the components. Okay, अब इसमें components में कौन कौन से components है? दो components है, liquid और solid components. So liquid component का मतलब क्या है? प्लाज्मा है. और solid component का मतलब क्या है? वो है solid components जो होते हैं वो है cells. अब ये cells जो है वो कौन कौन से सेल्स प्रेजेंट हैं? द RBCs and the WBCs and also the platelets. Okay, so these are the three types of cells which are present in the blood as the components of blood. So this is known as, RBC is known as red blood cells. WBC is known as white blood cells, and platelets are like as it is written. Okay, so the various the blood carries various substances. Now blood is it is composed of fluid, and it is also called plasma, and it is of different types of the cells which are suspended. Okay, why it is red in color? It is red in color because it has a type of red blood cell which contains hemoglobin, which is going to take up hemoglobin from the blood from outside environment. Outside का मतलब बाहर से हमारे बॉडी में लंग्स से ऑक्सीजन अंदर जाती है और फिर वही ऑक्सीजन ब्लड के थ्रू पूरे बॉडी में फैल जाती है. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen and transported to all the parts of the body, ultimately to all the cells. It will be difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to all the cells without hemoglobin. So red blood cells red क्यों हैं? It is because of the pigment called hemoglobin. It contains a pigment known as hemoglobin. Okay, this is known as hemoglobin. It is known as hemoglobin. अब ये जो हीमोग्लोबिन है वो हीमोग्लोबिन कहाँ प्रेजेंट है? वो रेड ब्लड सेल्स में प्रेजेंट है. रेड ब्लड इसका फंक्शन क्या है? टू कैरी ऑक्सीजन. It carries oxygen. Okay, so these are the three components. I have told you that blood cells जो हैं वो तीन types के हैं, RBCs, WBCs and platelets. लिक्विड जो है वो प्लाज्मा है. ये कह सकते हैं 60% अगर सॉलिड है तो 40% इसमें लिक्विड प्लाज्मा प्रेजेंट है. ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन, दिस इज जस्ट द समरी ऑफ द रेड ब्लड सेल्स, वाइट ब्लड सेल्स and platelets. Okay, so I'll be discussing more about these things. and अब यहाँ पर जो हमें पढ़ना था ये है पूरा समरी रेड ब्लड सेल, वाइट ब्लड सेल्स का, प्लेटलेट्स का. ठीक है, अब और इसको डिटेल में पढ़ते हैं. यहाँ पर रेड ब्लड सेल्स को हम रेड क्यों कहते हैं? ओके, व्हाई दे आर नोन एज रेड ब्लड सेल्स? So they are known as red blood cells because they are red in color. And this red color is due to presence of hemoglobin. Okay, this is due to the presence of hemoglobin. अब ये जो हीमोग्लोबिन है, ये हीमोग्लोबिन का फंक्शन क्या है? हीमोग्लोबिन का फंक्शन है टू कैरी ऑक्सीजन, टू कैरी ऑक्सीजन, ठीक है? ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन, एंड हीमोग्लोबिन कैरीज ऑक्सीजन टू द वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी. नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट for the different types of the animals or the cells to get oxygen, but this hemoglobin makes very easy, facilitates it, helps each cell to get oxygen, to get the presence of the different types of components, different types of the important materials. Okay, so transportation becomes possible, transportation becomes easy when a hemoglobin takes up the oxygen and it is being carried to various cells of the various parts of the cells. Okay, so हर एक cell के पास, each and every part of the cell, it will get the important useful materials. Okay, so that is important because अब ये हीमोग्लोबिन की कैरिंग कैपेसिटी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. हीमोग्लोबिन आराम से बहुत सारे चीज़ों को लेके चल सकता है, जिसमें से सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है हीमोग्लोबिन, सॉरी ऑक्सीजन. तो ऑक्सीजन और हीमोग्लोबिन का बहुत कह सकते हैं देयर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेशनशिप इन आवर body. Okay, so hemoglobin binds with oxygen and it transports to all the parts of the body, ultimately to each and every cell which gets oxygen. Okay, it will be difficult to provide oxygen efficiently in all the cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes the blood appear to red in color. The blood also has white blood cells, that is the WBCs. अब हम white blood cells की बात करते हैं, यहाँ तक हीमोग्लोबिन की बात थी, जहाँ यहाँ तक RBCs की बात थी. ठीक है, अब अगर हम नेक्स्ट कंपोनेंट ऑफ ब्लड पे चलें, सो दैट इज white blood cells. ठीक है, इट इज white blood cells. Now the white blood cells are white in color, they are colorless. क्यों colorless है? Because they don't contain pigment. Pigment is absent. Pigment यहाँ क्या है? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is absent. ठीक है, नो हीमोग्लोबिन इज प्रेजेंट इन WBCs. ओके, अभी एक और बात मुझे बतानी थी. आरबीसी में RBCs जो थे वो उनमें न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है सेल्स में. WBC में न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट होता है. ठीक है, WBC का फंक्शन क्या है? WBC का फंक्शन है इट हैज, इसमें और क्या स्ट्रक्चरल डिफरेंस है? इट हैज डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ nucleus. different types of nucleus present है. और जो तीसरा है, it has different types of nucleus. Then third one is it helps in the formation of immunity. Okay. So children, this WBCs, it helps in the formation of the immunity. Why I'm saying that? Because white blood cells are responsible for fighting the germs, fighting the infections which are entering inside our body. Okay. So our RBC's function was to carry oxygen, whereas this WBC's function is to, it is going to help in fighting the germs which are entering inside the body. Okay, so white blood cells are also called as WBCs, which fight against the germs which may enter inside the body. Now Bujo fell down while playing the game and his knee got injured. Blood was coming out from the cut. After some time he noticed that bleeding has stopped and a dark colored red plug was formed at the cut portion of his leg. He noticed, he was puzzled that what about it. So this is known as this observation which was seen by Bujo, and what about that cut injured portion of his leg was plugged. The blood has stopped eventually after some time. So why this is happening? This is happening because the blood got thickened up, and then this is known as clot. Okay, so blood got clotted up, and this is the reason this happened because of the next cell which is present in the body, that is called platelets. Platelets. So platelets are those tiny cells which are present in the blood as a third component, as a third cellular component, and its main function is to, it is very irregular in shape. It is irregular in shape. And then it helps in blood clotting. Okay, so it helps in blood clotting. What happens actually whenever the blood is being coming out from some cut, for example, your skin has broken because of any reason and blood starts coming out from this cut portion. Now here we have WBCs, we have RBCs, we have platelets running through this. It is oozing out through the cut portion also. Now this cut portion gives a signal to your brain, and then brain is going to recognize that something wrong has been happened to your skin. The blood is coming out, it has to be immediately stopped. So what happens is brain gives signal to the platelets, so that these platelets become active, and it is going to move in more in number towards that cut portion. And as soon as it reaches the cut portion, it is going to be, it settles down in the place where there is broken skin is present. And due to that, what happens, if layers upon layers of these platelets are being present on this cut portion, so this layer is going to stop the blood to flow out from this cut part. Okay. This is known as clot. This portion of the blood is said to be as clot. Okay, so this is the function of the platelets, and they help in the blood clotting. Okay, and there are certain other proteins which are responsible for, which are present in the blood, which have different functions. We don't have to go in such details of these types of proteins. Only remember one type of protein, that is hemoglobin, and hemoglobin is also a protein. Please remember this. ओके तो अभी ये हीमोग्लोबिन का मेन फंक्शन क्या है? हीमोग्लोबिन का मेन फंक्शन होता है टू कैरी ऑक्सीजन टू द वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी. ओके, नाउ दिस वाज अबाउट the circulatory system's first component, that is blood. Now we move on to the second component, that is blood vessels. Now what do you understand by the word blood vessels, or simply if I ask you what is the meaning of the word vessels? Vessels are the things which is helpful in taking up to store something. Okay, it is it could be certain types of utensils which is used for keeping the things, okay, or to store something. It is a kind of a container, you can say, but we cannot talk as a container here in this human body. We can simply say that these are the routes, these are the roads through which the blood is flowing. For example, if you have to transport the things from one place to another, you have to transport the goods from one place to another, you require a vehicle, you require the transporting medium, and you require the roads. Okay, you require the vehicle from which you are uploading your things, and it is going to run through the roads, and then it is going to reach to its destinations. Okay, so this is how what happens to the blood vessels also present in the body, which is running throughout the body of the human beings. Okay, not only in the human beings, it is also present in all the animals, where the circulatory system is in a completely it is in an advanced organisms, like multicellular organisms are there, all the higher organisms, bigger organisms are there. So these animals, they have the good circulatory system, and they also have the blood vessels inside. ठीक है, तो blood vessels का main function क्या है? To carry the blood. Okay, before that we must see the functions of even blood also, then we'll go to the blood vessels. We have seen the functions of RBCs, we have seen the functions of WBCs, and also we have seen the functions of platelets. We can combine all these functions and it becomes the function of the blood. Okay, and its functions. What is the function of blood? The function of blood is to carry oxygen, first of all. Carry oxygen. Second, it carries carbon dioxide. Even all the waste products could also be there. Then it carries nutrients. Then it carries nutrients, it carries carbon dioxide, okay, and it also helps in fighting the germs. Okay, it helps in fighting the germs. So children, this was about the functions of blood. Even you can include more functions if you remember something, if you read somewhere, and you can include the functions with this. Okay, so this was all about the portion of your circulatory system, which consisted of blood and its main parts, and also I have given you certain things which is related to the blood vessels. We will continue with the blood vessels in the next class. We will be studying more about the components of the circulatory system in the next class. So children, this was all about today's class. I will be meeting you all in the next one. Then I will be discussing about the types of blood vessels and how the blood is flowing through those blood vessels. Okay, so I hope that you all have understood this portion, and if you have not, you can ask me in your online class. So this was all about today's video. I will be meeting you all in the next class.